Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? I know we started a little early at 1:30 instead of 2, but I have found Fridays tend to go a little long, so I thought I'd start them early. In case you haven't figured out what we're doing today, we're going to be playing with some beads. I have a lot of them, so I thought I'd pull them out and maybe see if I can't get some things restrung and play with some others. So let me gather these up and push them over here. That was just a little bag that I had that I just dumped out. So there's no rhyme or reason for the beads that are out right now. They just are. This I did pick because I need to restring it. It is on plastic, and I want it on a better way of knowing that is being taken care of. So I'm going to slowly do. So I'm going to try my best to keep them in order. So I'm going to slowly slide it. Try to watch out for these little things. A few right there. Like I said, I'm watching to make sure that everything that needs to be in a certain way stays that way. Hello, Beth. How you doing? Hey, Blossom. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're beading today. I am taking the elastic thread. It's not even elastic. It's just like your plastic wire out of this, and I want to put some beading wire in them. So I'm going to be rebeading these. Very slowly rebeading these. Hi, Julie. How you doing? No, you didn't miss us. That's okay. Who are we beating with today? We aren't beating anybody. We are beating. Did I say beating? Hi, Lisa. How you doing? You're not running behind? Not at all. I just got started. I don't know. I put up that Lisa was going to join me, but I don't know when she will or if she'll be able to. So that's just how that's going to go today. But yes, we are beading. I took out a bunch of beads. I have bags of beads. Bags of beads. And there are smaller ones over here, one more big bag like this, and two smaller bags of beads, plus what's on the table right now. So, like I said, I am going to be, let me get my tools over here, restringing this. I like to leave myself some extra, like that. I am working on some fabric. I do not have a bead, what's it called? One of those, the beading plates, I guess you would call it, a beading plate. I don't have one. I don't know why I haven't picked one up. I just haven't. So I am using a piece of fabric that actually will be probably made into a journal because it's already got fabric on the back of it. You notice I did that very gingerly because I do not want to mess this up. Let me get my supplies over here. You're going to see me going back and forth, looking over here. That's because that's where all my tools are, is over here. There we go. Let me fix my camera a little bit. Make sure y'all can see it. Is that better, guys? Hope so. So all I'm doing is I'm going to put this into I'm going to put it into nothing if I'm not careful. Try to get this close together. What's going on? I know one thing, this wire I did get, it's very thin and very soft. So I'm having to be extra careful. I do have some chain that if I find this is too thin, is Lisa coming on? I do not know. Did I get mail from you yet? Yes, I did. I did get it. And I believe so. Yeah, I got the beads. I did get those. Yes, ma'am. And I believe you sent me another envelope, but I'm not sure. I can't tell. She may not be able to come on. Sorry about that, guys. My throat is just dry for some reason. So I am going to start. I did put a, let me just put that there. I did put a little circle there. Oh, that's going to just, let me get one of these cough drops in my mouth. Hi, Colleen. How you doing? A pig envelope? Yes, that was it. I did get it. I do have it. Yes, I thought I'd thank you for it. I am so sorry that I didn't. Let me get this cough drop in my mouth. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to be talking through the side. This cough drop in my mouth. Oh, man. Echinacea. Woo! All right. But yes, I did get it. I'm holding on to the envelope, Blossom, so I can keep it. Because it's just, I love my pigs. I do love my pigs. So it will be going in my pig journal. I should say my pig book. I made a pig book into a journal. Excuse me, goodness. All I'm doing is picking up these little beads and praying that I can keep them as they're supposed to go. Lisa Conway. I haven't checked on her. I'm not sure. Let's put that up there. I love Pix Blossom. Love them, love them, love them. Let me see where we are. Okay. Put you here. Put you. Oops. There. I didn't have such fat fingers. I would get tweezers, but I would fling them across the room if I'm not careful. As it is. Yeah, I'm not able to do, I'm not unable to get printables because I don't have a color printer. I just have a black and white. So I don't do printables. I wish I could. I could get some pretty printables. I know I could. But I'm just unable to do so. And my husband does not see the need of me having a color printer just so I can print stuff up for me to play with. I don't know why. It's just a color printer. It doesn't matter that it costs $35 to $45 a cartridge for the color printer ink. I don't know why he's having such a problem with it. But like I said, I am beading these back onto this. I tried very carefully to keep the beads in line as they were on the string they come off of. I'm praying I did a good job because I'm doing the best I can with this. What is the hole on this bead? Here we go. You stamped and colored. You got that big stamp? You got a pig stamp. Okay, now I'm jealous. I will just admit it right now. I am jealous for a pig stamp. Dang. I don't know about y'all, but you beaders will understand this. Where you have a bead, you can't even find the hole in because it is so delicate. It's not delicate. It's just, let me show you this bead. I don't know if you can tell it. It looks like it's got a lot of holes in it. Let me move it down. Looks like it's got a lot of holes in it. And it was just hard to find the bead. All my pig stamps are little. So I do have a lot of pig stamps, but I don't have any big pig stamps like that. I'd have to go to printables. But let's see. Put this little bead on here. I'm going to try to keep up with chat, y'all. So if I go quiet for a while, it's because I'm concentrating. But I am looking up every once in a while to make sure I'm not missing something. I don't want to miss anything. Then what I plan on doing this is adding this to a dangle that I've already got worked up. I've got to add one more. After this one, I've got to add one more string or something, either lace or something. I don't know. I'll let y'all see it when I get done with this. Y'all can help me decide what to do. Like I said, Lisa was going to join me, but sometimes she gets busy and just isn't able to do so. Which I miss her on our Mondays and Fridays because we get going and it just gets fun. These big ones in here. I've got all kinds of different ones. I do have a lot within those bags I showed you. There are a lot of glass beads. They're real interesting. I should have separated all the glass and kept them, but I didn't. This is true, Beth. Yeah, we have at Walmart they have bead boards. That's what I was meaning. Beth was a bead board. I need one of those, and you have to be very careful while you go down the bead aisle so those beads don't jump in your cart. Yeah, I have so many. I don't think I'd have that problem. The place I would be. Oh, there's Lisa. Hold on a minute, girl. I'm coming after you.
My groceries were supposed to be here anytime between 1 and 3.
And they
Guess
just
when
got
they
there
come? At
just now.
1:20.
Well, welcome,
Yes.
welcome. We got a house
Yes.
load today.
We got a house full? Good.
Yes, we do.
Yay.
And I've got a cough.
Uh-oh. That's what woke me up this morning. My mouth had gotten so dry. It was crazy.
Uh-huh.
And I don't guess y'all want to know how much I spent at Dollar Tree.
We can't see it anyway. I'm sure if you want us to know, you'll tell us. But other than that, we can't see it anyway.
Okay, let me get you muted. And all right. Hi, Beth. I used to never be late for things. Never. But it's not
It
that
is
way
what it is.
anymore.
I didn't know what your husband had you doing today. I told him if she comes
Lord.
in, she comes in.
Yeah, okay. My husband's trying to use my Facebook to talk to somebody in Belgium.
Oh, good night.
So I told him, I said, I hope you can. He was wanting me to go downstairs with him. I said, I don't have time. I got things to do. No, they just finished painting our house. We did not think they were going to come this week. They were supposed to have come last Monday, and we hadn't heard nothing from them.
Yeah.
And so they show up yesterday around 11 o'clock, and we're not home. We'd gone to get my hearing aids. We'd gone to pick them up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my daughter messaged her dad and said, hey, there's people, putting ladders up on the house. And she said, I thought you said they weren't coming today. I had to go move my car because poor thing that she had parked across the street at the neighbor's house all week last week. And it was going to be stormy, so I told her to pull in the driveway and pull back behind my car so nothing would fall on hers. And anyway, they got it done. They got it done pretty quick. It was a whole bunch of them.
Well, that's good.
So it's done. And the check's already been cut, so I guess that's as good as it gets, right?
Yeah.
But we knew it wouldn't take them but 2 days once they got out of here, but we didn't think they'd come with the weather like it is. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's been yucky out here. Very yucky.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay, I got stuff. I got beads.
The only monitors I have are you. Beth and Lisa. There's really quite a few people there. I never have quite a few as many people like are there all the time. Artful Stamping with Ruth. He does one sheet wonders with stamps and ink that are in her playlist. How fun!
Cool. Hey, Teresa. How are the babies?
Yeah, I saw her jump in just a second ago.
Julie, how are you? What I have on my desk is a box of beads, and they are in no kind of order. Beth, close your eyes.
Beth, close your eyes.
Well,
Oh, Lisa,
what?
that's like a playground.
Okay.
That is like a playground.
I have a confession to make.
Mm,
This is not all of them.
yeah,
I had to stop putting them in this box because it had holes in the sides.
yeah,
It used to hold them all until I started messing with the stuff, some of the stuff that was brought from my mom's that I had not opened.
yeah.
So there's another box that has them.
That's okay. I showed my bags. I had 3 big bags and well, not real big, but still a good size
Well,
bag.
I'm thinking, why can't we string some beads and put them on a Christmas hook and make little Christmas dangles to go on a Christmas tree?
We could if some of us were into that. Well,
So,
if you do that,
so
Lisa.
you don't do a Christmas tree?
No, we don't. We have issues in that area. My
Yeah,
husband and I
well,
tend to
I don't have
disagree in
room
that
for
area.
one, but what we do, I know they're awful. Julie Parker, I seriously need some organization. Now, my mom had them sorted at one point, and I thought, well, I'm not going to do anything with them anyway. And then I started junk journaling, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I can use these. Look, see, there's a little Santa Claus.
There you go.
There's an old earring in
Mm,
there. I guess he can come out.
got another one of these beads. You can't tell where the dang hole is.
But I'm thinking we could do something.
Well, I'm over here restringing. Excuse me, my cough drop. Restringing a string of beads because they were on that plastic.
Yes.
So I'm getting it restrung to where I can add it to a dangle.
So Teresa's got to go freshen up her cup of coffee. Yeah, I've got cold coffee. My daughter had an appointment today, and she has some problems, with anxiety. And this
Mm-hmm.
was an appointment that she with a chiropractor, and she's never been before, so she was really nervous. So I
Yeah.
took her, just to set her mind at ease. I took her and I said, okay, we'll do that, but I need to stop at the Dollar Tree and get some stuff. And you don't just stop at the Dollar Tree and get one thing, okay?
Of course not.
So I bought some snow. I come home with snow.
Mm-hmm.
I come home with some ribbon that I probably didn't need. Luckily, I did not get a buggy. If I'd gotten a buggy, it could have been worse.
Then it could
No,
have been. Then
I'm
you
not
could have
going
had a
to do
party.
that. So what I'm going to do, I
Mm.
am going to take these inexpensive wire hooks, and I'm just going to open them up and see what I can put on them. I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff in here.
Let me know if this light is going to bother the camera or anything.
That looks like some wings to something.
Because I need some light on the situation over here. There we go.
So you've got a small bead stock. Is that correct? A small bead stock?
My stock starts with 3 bags like this.
Well,
than little bags. But I spent a weekend going through them and kind of separating them out. You don't know how small your beadstock is, Blossom? How funny. Your Christmas beads. Oh, wait a minute. You have Christmas
wait,
beads.
you have your own, but you have one with just Christmas beads in it?
Ordered a couple of years ago. I never finished them.
Oh,
So,
Julie,
yeah,
come out and work on them.
yeah, pull them out.
Because this is going to be as exciting as watching grass grow. Oh, I
Yeah,
will tell you, I have the video for the gingerbread houses uploading.
cool.
So it should be out probably within an hour or two. Now, I am not a jewelry maker. The only reason I have any jewelry making tools is because my mother left them to me. But I do know if you want to hold something on, you got to make a little loopy loop thing. So there's that.
Mhm. This is true.
Now, my kids like, especially my oldest one, she loves blingy things. So I'm going to
Mhm.
go through here and find beads that are sparkly or pink. There's a bee in there, a artificial bee. There's something. There's all kinds of parts in here.
I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I may have found the hole for this bead. I
I
think I did.
tried. I was going to try to make dangles one day, and it didn't go so well.
It didn't.
No, because it seemed like the beads that I wanted to use, the holes were very, very small,
Well,
and
this one,
it just didn't. It didn't sit well with me. I'm not real sure what I need to do about that.
yeah.
And I also
That's
have
cool.
I've got some of those little beads that are like clover like that stack on top of each other. I have some of
Mhm.
those left over from where I made a project one time.
Yeah.
Pony bead. There's some pony
Only
beads
beads.
sitting around.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of those too.
Can't wait to get new glasses. It's my appointment will be in December.
Yeah.
Julie says if all the bead shops hadn't have closed before she finished, she oh yeah. I have 3 long dresser drawers full of just my beads that I don't keep in my craft room. Are you holding out on somebody?
Nah. All right, guys, I did get that done up, restrung. Let me put it up here so y'all can
I'm
see it.
finding all kinds of mystery items in this box.
But that's always fun.
Yeah.
Things you forgot you had, or just
Well, like I said, this came from this is stuff from my mom's house.
yeah.
When it came to her craft stuff, she just
Mhm.
about had a cow when she thought we were going to take it to Goodwill. And she said,
Oh
"Oh no,
man.
you're not. You take it over to Lisa Diane's house." It's like, yeah, I need it. And at
You
that
knew you
point,
did.
I really wasn't doing a lot of crafting, so it went in the attic, and I'm like, I could not deal with it at the time. I just could not.
Yeah.
It took a little bit before I could get into it and not feel broken.
Yeah.
And I think that's not an uncommon thing, when you lose somebody. And I mean, we knew that her days were numbered. And
Yeah.
she said she was ready to go. So, I mean, we weren't going to do anything other than make her comfortable. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
And we were all in agreement that we would abide by it. So,
Well, that's good. That makes things easier.
It made it so much easier. Yeah, she had a real bad. Yeah, I think there's a watch in here, Julie.
She
Yeah,
thought she
there's a
saw
watch in
one.
here. What's left of a watch? Do you see it? There's a money clip with no money. What good is that? Um, I thought about taking the pony beads that I have because I have them left over from when I used to help do projects for the kids at their schools. And I actually had my husband to cut coat hangers because I do not like wire coat hangers. I hate them with a passion. So I said, "Hey, can you make me? Can you cut these for me? Because my cutter upstairs won't do it. I can't cut them with my little tools." I said it needs a man's tool. And he said, "Okay. What size you want them?" I said, "Well, I'll come down there. I'll show you where I want them cut." So he cut them up for me, and I've got them shaped like candy canes. So I was thinking that was something I might could use those little pony beads on. All
Hmm.
right, I've gotten to where I might be able to get one more on here. But I'm thinking I can take those pony beads and I can use those to cover that candy cane shaped.
Yeah.
Might have to take my glasses off to do these things. All right.
Twisted here.
I don't know what the rule is for this sort of thing, but
What rules? Are there
yeah,
rules?
I don't know if there's rules or not, but if there are,
We're breaking them.
I probably broke them already, and a professional bead maker will have to set me straight and teach me.
I have
'Cause I,
figured out that if they're a professional bead maker, beater, or whatever, they know that we just in here playing. We ain't here to make jewelry for somebody to roam
no,
around
I'm
with. At
just
least me anyway.
I. My mom made a lot of jewelry. She made some really pretty stuff. When she would make her clothes, she would make the jewelry to go with her outfit. So
Oh, how cool!
sometimes she would have porcelain earrings that she had made. She did some for a while. She was playing with some glass.
Yeah,
So there may be some pieces of that in here. Yeah, like here's a piece that she had made of her
yeah,
porcelain, and she rolled that out and hand did it.
yeah,
So it was an earring. You can see right there. That's where the earring
yeah,
was attached. But I took that off of it and thought, well, maybe I'll be able to use it. But I'm gonna wrap this hook around it, and so it's already got its little hook on.
yeah. Well, I'm over here. I had a butterfly, just the wings, and so
Yeah.
what I'm doing is I beaded a bead here and a bead right here to keep the wire in, and then I'm gonna twirl the wire into antennae.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to twirl this around so it'll kind of give it a little more finished look.
Yeah.
I had to take my glasses off. I couldn't see close up.
Well, my problem is the wire I got. I really didn't pay attention. I just saw it was wire and was like, yay. And it's real soft, real thin, real soft wire.
I
So it,
have not I've not figured out, Michelle, which wire is the most workable because you want it to be strong, but if you get it too soft, it it don't hold up. And if
it
you
don't
get it
hold
too
up and
hard,
it breaks. If you get it too hard, you can't
it,
work with it.
you can't work with. My hands won't do that.
Yeah.
That's why I thought if I worked with these silly little hooks,
Uh-huh.
Julie, what I did was I added the Christmas tree, the little cheap Christmas tree hooks that I got at the dollar store. That's how I made it longer and got the hook, put another hook on it. So it's two hooks and then a string of the beads strung on one of them. So there you have it. There's one. Can you see it?
Pretty.
So that's a little dangle.
Yep.
Now, if I did not put that hook on it, I could have just left it as that little, what, 1.5 inch little piece, and
Yep.
it could have been a dangle for a journal.
Yep. So here's this. Here's that right
Tiger
there.
tail wire. Oh, Julie, your typing's just fine. I know what you're saying. I make. Have you seen me type? I type as well as I talk. So here's my coat hangers that he cut for me,
Well,
and
that's cool.
that's using the natural curve.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try. I'm gonna grab that jar of beads and I'm gonna see if they will fit on it. I haven't tried it yet.
The coat hanger may be too wide.
It may be, but this is one of the thinner ones.
Mm. Thank you, Julie. I have 2 of these. I don't know what I did with the other ones. Probably put in a bag and ready to be used. Or I used it already on something, put it on something.
I'm gonna scoot this over. Try to scoot it over without knocking something off. It wasn't important, I hope.
Oh, here it is. Here's one that I did. There we go. It's got a long lace following.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that money clip. I wonder if I could use it in a. I bet I could find a use for it in a journal.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, Julie. That's why I told her I didn't know if the coat hanger would be too wide for those beads.
Well, it may be. We're fixing to find out.
Is this what you're talking about, Blossom? I got this off of Keisha's Creations. She had them for sale one time. We bought one and one was given to somebody. So I got me 2 of them actually. I have one for slow stitching and one for my wire and other things that I use on this. So here's this one. Let's see. It's got a hook on the back already. I'm wondering if I can use it. Let me see if I can work this out. Okay, here we go.
Oh no, it'll go if it'll make it past the turn.
Will it?
It's going to work, I think.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to put you right in here. I think. Let me see if I can get this done. Here we go. It'll go through here.
I think I need to, if I straighten it and do it that way, with it straight and then bend it, I think it'll be okay. Because it doesn't want to quite do that bend.
Here's this end. There you are. Okay. Well, I got this dangle. I'm not sure about the butterfly. Those beads I just rebeaded. Some ribbon and a little piece of lace attached to the butterfly. But I had this. No, I don't know if this is going to work or not. But I have these 3. They have 3 holes here. Then it has one at the top. I have like a bunch of those, so I'm trying to see if I can use them. I should be using jump rings instead of these ball pins, but I'm using the ball pins because they're easier to work with than than using just the flat. Trying to use the excuse me a bit, to use the flat jump ring, which all a jump ring is it's a circle that you can squeeze apart and bring back together.
Now I've got jump rings.
Oh, I've got jump rings. I got flat heads. I've got circle, circle heads. I'm just trying to figure out what would be work best with this. Because right now I've got them on with ball pins. Because there's 3 holes like this, 3 holes right there, and I've just got them dangling.
I don't
There's
know,
one dangling.
Michelle. It is fat and it will fit, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure how I will do the end piece because I can't really bend it with what I have up here.
use. Do you
I
have
don't.
any?
I
Do you have
have
any
baby
large
tools.
crimps? Do you have any large crimps?
Um, yeah, there's some in the toolbox downstairs, so I got to figure out what to put on this to hold them until I can go down there.
Okay.
Um,
You got a piece
what
of
might
tape?
that be? And thank you for telling me my phone was visible. My
Uh,
husband is not a Facebook person, and so he's trying to do Messenger with someone in Belgium.
mm,
He he helps people with their cluster headaches. He teaches them how to use oxygen correctly
yeah,
for to help relieve the pain.
yeah.
And he gets he gets calls from doctors all over the world wanting him to help people.
To
So
help work with them.
that's how that happens. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape it, and
That's
that
what I was
should,
just about to ask you to do. Is just
yeah.
tape it
I
down.
think if I tape it and just move forward, and then after I get them done, I'll just go down and I'll put it in the vice grip and manhandle it.
Yeah. Hmm.
I told him I needed some side cutters, and he said, "What do you need side cutters for?" I said, "To cut stuff." He said, "Well, you can come down here and I'll cut it for you." I said, "But that means I can't cut it." Yes, that's a good idea. And hey, I happen to pick up some pom poms. Good idea, girl.
Clip a
You gonna
pom
save
pom
the
to the.
day.
There you go.
See, it just takes getting creative heads together
Yep.
to figure things out. But I don't know why I still even have these, other than, once you've paid for something, you hate to not use it,
Yeah.
right? And I know I have used Chanel stems. That's probably what these were used on. It was so sweet when we would get when the kids were little. My mom would go with me when I was doing crafts for the holidays. She would go with me and help the children. It was so cute. She loved doing crafts though. She was always working on something, and when she quit working on crafts, we knew she was going down.
Yeah.
It,
You knew something was up.
we knew she just wasn't wanting to do stuff. When she sent her sewing machine home with me, I
Yeah.
I cried all the way home. And luckily, I didn't have anybody with me, and I just bawled all the way home because I knew she was getting rid of stuff because she was ready to go,
Yeah.
ready to check out. And I said, okay. I just kind of put that in my memory bank and
Yeah.
knew it was coming.
Yeah. How long a chain do I want? I need some silver jump rings. Let's see.
I'm scared to pour these on my desk, and I'm getting my lid full.
Oh, the big jump
we like peppermint sticks. There's a place in
Mm.
Lexington, North Carolina that we go, and they make they're the soft, like the soft peppermints that you get that
Oh,
are like buttercream. They
yeah.
make the sticks, and it's called Bluebird Candy. And
Mm.
sometimes we'll drive all the way to Lexington to get them from direct from the factory because they're really fresh that way. They just melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
They don't come in diabetic version.
Well,
But
you don't want the diabetic version anyway. Probably tastes
well,
best.
if they had it, I would go for it. I would.
I
But
would. I'll be honest. I would.
yeah, I mean, I don't find it that difficult or frustrating really. It's it's this time of the year that's hard though because
Hmm.
we like we have a place that makes Moravian cookies that are ginger crisp.
Yeah.
They're done real thin and I mean real thin. They're like nothing when you pick them up. I remember one year we tried to make them. My mom and I tried to make them, and we kept rolling and rolling, and we just couldn't get it right. And she finally said, "Well, I guess we're buying those." I said, "I guess we are because we definitely are not Moravian cookie makers." But
Mm.
people will stand in long lines and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get, just a few packages. But they're
Uh,
all hand rolled. You can watch them hand roll them
um,
while you're checking out. It's really cool.
I've just got to link some chain here that I'm and some jump rings to so I can put some beads on.
Oh, I can move that with my hand. Look at that.
There you go.
It's working.
Yeah. Pretty. That looks nice. Let's see what Julie has said. When your mom passed away, I knew it would be hard, but I wasn't prepared for how painful it would be or even the type of pain.
Yeah,
I am.
it's different. It's different with your mother, but honestly, I mean, I was prepared for my mother because we had had a very serious conversation. She had gone in, just about went into a diabetic coma. And if she had not have been in the hospital, she would have passed that day. But she was freezing and she was sweating at the same time. And I called the nurse. I said, something's wrong. And I mean, you talking about some medical staff coming around. There were 10 people in the room within seconds trying to get her back. And the lady looked at me and she says, I hope you know you saved your mama's life today. I said, well, we'll let her say how she feels about that. And the next day we were talking about it, and I said, Mom, you've almost left this earth. And she said, well, that would have been all right. She said, I've already killed 3 good men. She said she'd had 3 husbands. She said, I've already killed 3 good men. Now they're going to be standing in line in heaven waiting on me. And she
Uh,
said, next time, let me go. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, if that's what you want, I said, you got the paper signed, and that's what we're going to do. So that was that. I felt like that was the moment that I said, okay, no matter what happens, I've said my goodbye to my mother, and I know what she's asking us to do, and I'm
mm,
good with it. But she lived about 4 months after that. She made it almost 4 months, but my dad died at 59, so she was
goodness.
widowed young by today's standards.
Yeah. How long would be the basics dangle? Like I'm gonna make a dangle out of this wire. How long should I make it?
I think about the size of your index finger is what I do. And
Mm,
Julie, when you talk about the pain, it is different from one person to the next. Because with my dad, it wasn't a mournful grieving. Um,
5 inches.
it wasn't mournful at all, and I still miss him terribly. But with my mom, I think I had just kind of come to terms with it because she had already lost so much, and she didn't really have anything left to live for in her mind.
Yeah.
So I
She
kind of said,
was good.
okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Now I've got some of these little clear. I think these are the ones that we did little peppermint sticks out of. The ones that are flat,
Flat and clear, kind
the
of.
clear flat ones and the red flat ones. If I got enough of those, they'll be cute on the candy cane.
Yeah. I don't have any, I mean, seasonal type stuff. I mean, I don't have anything for like Christmas
Oh, girl.
or
You want to know
anything
how
for like,
much Christmas stuff I have?
I have not. I mean, I
I
have,
I have enough for most of the people I know. I have a ridiculous amount. My mother loved Christmas, and his mother loved Christmas, and we didn't get anything from her estate that was Christmas, but we did get some things that she had given it. You know, we got the things that they both had bought us through the years. So,
yeah,
needless to say, there's a bunch of stuff in the attic, and I've tried
yeah,
dividing it out and giving the girls some, and it's like it just keeps multiplying. I sold some stuff last year, and I
yeah,
need to sell some more because when we downsize, we're not taking not even half of what's in the attic. Not even half.
yeah,
We're going to have it down to right now there are 6 like 55-gallon tubs full of stuff in the attic that's Christmas. Maybe
goodness.
maybe even more. It's ridiculous. It is. And it's time to let it go.
Yeah,
I can't, some things have an emotional attachment to it because for every year that we've been,
hey, Lisa, welcome back.
hi, Lisa, for every year that my children have been here, they've gotten a Christmas ornament every year. And for every year that I've been with Bill, he's got a Christmas ornament. So everybody gets a new ornament every year. So we have filled up a 18-foot tree. We had an 18-foot tree in here one year. It was so long that we had to have the tailgate down on the truck,
Oh,
and it
goodness.
hung out about 3 feet.
Yeah,
Now, when we got it in, we had to end up cutting some of it off. It was all the way up to the lowest part of the ceiling
mm,
because our ceiling goes up to the second story. It's open.
yeah,
Our living room is opened and it comes to an angle, but it was touching, and I had to have a 12-foot ladder to decorate
yeah,
it. It
good
was
night.
crazy. We told her she could pick out any tree she wanted this particular year, and
Did you come to regret that?
um, we laughed about it. We actually laughed about it because it wasn't. It was a longleaf pine, and it was not. It wasn't the prettiest tree, but it when it started relaxing, it opened up and it was 8 feet out into the floor. So
Oh,
we
goodness.
we basically cut our living room in half for that season. But we told her she better enjoy it because that wasn't happening again. It was too much to manhandle it up the that back steps and
Yeah,
get it into the house, and then we had to cut it, and they were
yeah,
sliding it over, and I cut it from the balcony. It was hilarious. But those are good memories.
yeah,
I really would be happy with an artificial tree, but there's they said if we're gonna have a tree, it's got to be real. We got to be able to smell it.
yeah,
But this year, I'm not gonna go all out because I'm gonna have to get everything put up. The day after Christmas, everything's got to come down and get put up.
Yeah.
That next day is when my surgery will be. So,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Dang. I guess it just hadn't hit me how close, like right after Christmas, you would have to that surgery, so you wouldn't be able to put anything up.
No, we're just not. I mean, we'll get some, but it was like a Hallmark tree for sure.
Oh, I bet.
If you've got me on Facebook, I'll try to pull that picture up and post it up because it was hilarious. I remember us getting home and looking at how big it was and just laughing because we were watching all the way home, making sure it didn't the bungee cords and stuff didn't come loose because we
Yeah,
had gone over to just about the farthest side of town that we could have gone.
yeah,
But she had seen it on Facebook. She had seen that they had pick your own, cut your own, and it was close. And she showed it to her daddy. He said, "Well, we'll go over there and check them out because
yeah.
we have gone up to the mountains to get them, but they don't usually hold up very well for
They
some
don't?
reason."
Hmm. You'd think those would hold up real well. Ugh.
We got one year, and we normally don't go and get it until like the second week after Thanksgiving, just
Yeah,
because you've got to water it every day and
yeah.
you're
You got
putting
to take
lights
care of it.
on it. You want to make sure that you're able to keep it well
Yeah,
watered. So we had this one tree that we got, and we didn't know it at the time. We didn't know what they were, but once it relaxed, there were these brown bag looking things on it. Turned out it was like bagworms, and
Ooh.
they were destroying the tree. They destroyed it. So
Oh,
every day I would come home from work and I had a paper bag and I would sweep up like a dustpan full of needles. Well, a week before Christmas, it was so bad that I ended up taking it down, undecorating it, taking it down, and taking it to the curb because I could not
oh,
stand it anymore. It was naked. And a girl
poor
I
thing.
went to school with laughed so hard. Every day I'd post a picture of my naked tree and all the needles on the floor. And she kept sending me messages. She says, "You're not taking it out, really, are you?" I said, "Oh no, girl, it's at the curb."
It had to go.
But she thought that was the funniest thing ever, and she got the biggest kick out of that
Uh,
of
have you
all
ever tried?
people.
Have you ever tried counting chain holes, especially delicate chains?
No, it doesn't sound pleasant.
It's not. I thought I'd let everybody know that is not fun. It is quite tasking.
Julie, most of our rooms, our standard rooms here, have 8-foot ceilings, and our bedrooms. Now, the one I'm in upstairs was the original master bedroom, the one that I craft in, but I share it with my sewing machine and a guest bed. But
Yeah,
the other room up here is only like 10 by 10, so it's not a big room, and we have 8-foot ceilings, standard. Well, yeah, worms eating the tree. We have cedar. Our living room is cedar on the walls, cedar paneling, and I could just see, them invading my house. When I found out what it was, I freaked out.
I'm sure you did. I would have.
Well, I just wanted it out. I didn't want to hear anymore. And the kids were like, no, we don't want that falling. And Christmas Day, there were pine needles on everything. It took us the whole year to get rid of all that stuff that had gotten up under the rugs and the sofa and stuff. We were still
Yeah,
sweeping them up and vacuuming them up
cleaning
well into the year.
it.
My in-laws, they got to where they didn't once the kids left home, they didn't put a tree up. And the last couple of years that they were in the house, we started taking a tree over. We got a little small artificial tree. We took it over. We made a big deal out of decorating it. We had some sugar cake and coffee, and it was nice, and they really appreciated it. So we
Yeah.
did that for 3 years before my father-in-law passed. Well, glitter bombs and pine needles are about the same. I broke my rule. I have been playing with glitter the past 2 days because I've been working on my little gingerbread houses, and they turned out so cute. I'm really proud of them. I guess I could give you a peek. Would that be all right with you, Michelle?
I don't care. Have a
Oh,
party. I'm over here counting stuff. Go for it.
all right. That one's got a little wiggle in it, but that's okay. I don't think anybody's gonna look real close.
Those are cute. It's cute.
Yeah, and that's using stuff that's here already. Because we take them and recycle them.
Get these here.
Let me grab my little boxes.
One, two. Ah,
I'm kind of pleased about the way these turned out. I think I did pretty good. Okay, so this was made with a Crystal Light flavor package box. And I've got it
mhm.
where the ribbon slides off, and you can open it up and you can tuck in either a gift card or you can put candy in it for the kids.
Mhm.
And it'll hang up on your tree. So it's like a little gift box. Here is the one of the first ones I did, and this one's a Crystal Light box as well.
Yeah.
And this was gel papers, and this
Yeah.
is that ribbon like stuff I got at the Dollar Tree, and this is the snow that the glitter snow. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's pretty.
So I can put candy in that. I can put handful of. Sorry, I shook you. A handful of candy canes. This one is made with a paper bag, the back of a paper bag, and then I've got I used puffy paint and glitter glue,
That's
and
cool.
that looks more like a gingerbread house. But I'll tell you that using the craft paper was
Yeah.
harder than using the gel prints. It was
That's
much
because the
harder.
weight of the weight of the paint probably helped it, didn't it?
Well, it wasn't that so much is folding this up and getting good, nice creases
Uh
and getting
huh.
it to hold with glue where it's that sturdy paper was a
Ah.
little bit much. I think I'm gonna try the next time I do it with the brown bag.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna use more of a sandwich bag, a lighter
Yeah.
paper than the heavy duty grocery bag. But
Yeah.
on these, I used the handles off of the paper bags from the grocery store
Yeah. Well,
to
that's
do
cool.
those things.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much a very recycled project. It was stuff I already had. Can you see the snow on this one, Julie? I gotta hold it where it'll show.
Yeah, you can see a little bit. You can see it better in between the lids. You know, when you
Yeah,
have it tied together right there, you can see a lot better there.
yeah. It had white, gold, and a little bit of blue in it.
Yeah,
And then I'm pretty sure that once I get in the attic, I think I've got some of those that snow like you use with the villages.
yes,
I think I've got some of that. So if I want to make like a little scene on my mantle,
you
I could
can.
put these
Yeah,
little houses on. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's something you can use your crappy or your grungy gel prints with because this makes it look like a little chippy house.
Yep.
But I had been saving those boxes. I've still got some more to do, but I only got two done yesterday and two today. I think I probably could push out more at
Push
a
out
time.
more. Not.
Well, not really push them out,
Oh
but
my God, what are you doing? Giving birth?
no, no,
Let's
not this
not.
woman. This woman couldn't do that.
Let's not.
No, no, we're not birthing no babies. I can tell
No,
you that.
we're not. I no. I'm a little too old for that. I'll pass.
Yeah, well,
Let's see what we got here. One, two,
yeah, I wouldn't go back and do it again.
three, four.
I think I'm fine. I think two's enough.
Mm-hmm. Two would be two, probably two too many for me.
Well, I love
But then
them.
again, you wouldn't trade them for nothing anyway.
No, I wouldn't trade them. Sometimes I give them away. I don't know that I trade them, but you never know. Silly girls, they're a mess, but they were so cute. It's so fun when Martine comes and has dinner with us. It's fun. We all have fun together. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a they're at different stages in their life, and it's just different. It's
yeah,
not. I don't know. They get to be kind of funny sometimes.
yeah.
We started talking about their road trip.
Uh-huh.
Says the mother of six. You didn't know nothing about birthing babies, but boy, you figure it out pretty quick, don't you? I had the doctor to tell me. He says, "Well, the good news is, Miss Mingus, you're gonna be giving birth pretty quick because your baby's standing on its head." I said, "Not standing on its head," and I said, "Oh, leave it to me to have it one starting out, you know, not butt first." But she was a odd kind of breached. So he told me, he said, "You'll have a baby in 30 minutes." I said, "After I have sat home all night trying to be tough and not be a wimp and suffering through the pain, you're going to tell me this is going to be over in 30 minutes?" I said, "Lord help you. You better go do what you got to do because you don't want to stay in here." Oh no. Well, bless her heart, she was a big girl, and you wouldn't know it to look at her now. She's just barely 100 pounds wet, but she weighed 9'5". The first one did, and she was breached. So yeah, they said I forget what the term they used though. It was a particular kind of breached because her back was to the front of me, and her feet were straight up in the air around her head. So when they got her out and they took her up to the nursery, my mom said it was the funniest thing ever. She was kicking her feet up, and the nurses were laughing so hard. One would start laughing, and then another one would come and look and laugh because she was exercising her legs because she hadn't been able to move them. So she was laying there, and her legs would just fly up like she was sitting down. The video's funny. It's really funny. But she had a really big head too. They kept measuring. About three nurses measured that little baby's head. 9 pounds and 7 ounces. My goodness. Yeah, big babies. Whew. Oh my
Mm,
goodness. You were 6 months before you knew. I, I bet the next pregnancies were felt like they lasted forever, didn't they? I wouldn't trade my babies for nothing though. I love them. In case you can't tell.
no. You think?
Yeah, well, Martine had to come over yesterday because she had to do her last clinical assessment, and
Hmm.
it was a full body check on, like, the scenario was she was visiting like a nursing home and had to do a full body check
Hmm.
for it, and she got tickled the first time she started it. She got tickled and she had to stop. And I said, "Are you over your giggles?" Because she had to listen to my heartbeat, and she says, "You're gonna have to move that." I said, "What?" She couldn't get underneath my, you know,
Yeah.
body parts. And she says, "Mama, this is so awkward." And I said, "Well, you can do it. Your daddy will come up here and do it." And she said, "Oh no, no, I will never be able to keep a straight face if Daddy does it." I got little beads rolling away on me. I might put one of these in my one of my planners.
Well, why don't you?
I probably will make them look festive.
Yeah.
I thought about making some little spikes and things because they're like $12 and $15 if you find somebody that's selling them on Facebook. And I mean, they're just beads. They're just shiny beads. It shouldn't be that expensive. Not when you got boxes of beads, right?
Yeah. Really?
I got them going running amok right now. Oh boy, I'm glad I got a trade on the end of this because I just had a whole pile of them fall. I'm happy to be using some of these.
Well, that's what I was thinking because they've been just sitting here since, I don't know, it's been a couple, 3 or maybe 6 months, maybe. Some of these have been sitting around for a while, but used to do a lot of beading and then I quit.
I think you're like I am. You'll do things for a certain amount of time and then it's time to move on, right?
Uh huh. That, and I've got 7 things going at the same time.
Yeah, I don't have quite that many going at one time, but
Well, I did start my very first golden book journal.
did you?
Yes, I'm taking it apart. I took it apart. I've
Oh,
got the pages separated from the binding and did the binding and all that. And so that's where I'm at right now is trying to get the pages fixed or whatever I need to do to them. To
okay.
get them in order. And that's where I'm at. I was thinking maybe of going to Goodwill and see if I couldn't find some Christmas ones and do a Christmas journal.
Darcy made really cute Christmas journals. She used the Amazon packaging and she used fabric that she had. Some of it she had and some of it she went and got.
Yeah,
But she did gel prints and some kits in them, some
yeah.
digitals. My problem with the digitals is if I print something, it has to go downstairs.
Well, like I said, I don't have a color printer. So we have one. My husband has one in his office, but the cartridges are really expensive.
Well, and that's the same thing. Ours is getting old, and the cartridges are a little on
Uh,
the pricey side. So he don't want
I
me
see.
printing stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I
same
guess
here.
I've got digitals that I have access to that I've
Yeah,
purchased that I've never even printed, which is a shame.
yeah.
but I've got them on a flash drive now. I got them on a flash drive, so all I have to do is put them on a thumb drive and go up to the UPS store and get them to print them for me.
Yeah.
So there is that. I decided to put the green on this one.
Might as well. Why not?
Red, white, green. Red, white, green. Yeah, this is the one I think I'll put a little hook on the end of it and put a
Mm-hmm.
bell on it too. And that's going to go in one of my plant at the front door.
Yeah.
Because there's
Plants.
plants everywhere. Does anybody else have a green thumb and have plants everywhere?
Can't have plants everywhere. I'll kill them. They would be dead. Dead plants.
Yeah.
But I don't have.
Unfortunately, I can't kill them. They multiply. They have babies.
They die at my house.
Yeah. Well, I'm a rehabber, so when I
Yeah.
used to work, people would bring me. People knew I could doctor on plants, so if they got sick, they'd bring them to me and say, "Take this home with you." And I've got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the echo tanks. I've heard that they're doing that. People are pleased with them, Julie. Is it whistling time? Is it time to be done? Time for
No,
not yet.
not yet. He went to the AT&T store, so he's up to something. He's working with a new phone or new something. I don't know. He mentioned getting a new phone because we ended up having to get a. We're getting a Ring
Yeah.
doorbell
Uh huh.
because not too long ago, this dude that lives up the complex, which we didn't know at the time who it was, 8 o'clock in the morning come beating, and Robert had already been gone to work. Had to go to work
Right.
that day. Ian, had to go in. He works from home, but he had to go in that day. And he come beating on the door, and I didn't know who it was or anything. 8 o'clock in the morning, I am asleep. Please. So he woke me up, scared me,
Oh
just
yeah.
scared me. I didn't answer the door because I knew I was home
I,
alone. I wasn't going to answer
no,
the
I
door.
wouldn't answer it either. If I wasn't expecting somebody, I would not
Mm,
answer the door.
I wasn't answering that door. And I
If you're
mean,
gonna
not
do
only did he,
business with me, you tell me you're coming. You don't just show up.
Mhm, you don't just show up. But he not only was he beating on the door, then he started ringing the doorbell. He started ringing the doorbell and ringing it, and then he stopped that, and then started beating on it again. I'm like, you don't need nobody. And all it was is he wanted to know if we had one of his packages. It was for nothing. He came back later on that night. I'm like, I'm going to strangle him. You know, I didn't have to. My husband told him, you scared my wife. You almost had the police called on you. It's exactly. We did call them to see if there was something going on until we found out it was him. If this was something that they knew about, that were ringing doorbells and scaring the pajeebies out of everybody. And they
Right.
said no, but that if it happened again, to call the police, call them, and they'll be up here and take care of the situation. Oh man, it's broke. I'm
Well,
planning
I
something.
appreciate that they at least told you, hey, we'll respond.
Yeah, they said we will respond. Just call us. And do I need to shut this door? Do I need to shut the door, sweetheart? Do I need to shut this door? I said, do I need to shut my door? I'm live here, honey.
Oh, I didn't know you were live.
Yes, I'm live. You're like,
Hello.
Hello. How
I
you doing,
thought you were
Lisa?
whistling.
No, that was doing my bird calls.
stop. Oh, Lord, help me.
I just got a new cell phone.
Yes.
Yay. So he's
Are you
playing with it.
excited?
Is it what?
Are you excited?
Are you excited
No,
about the new
because
cell phone?
the girl that was in there before me, she was supposed to be after me, And I said to the girl, "Let her go before me. I'm an AT&T employee, so we can get her the heck out."
Yeah.
She was a pain.
But she,
I didn't know
Of
you
course.
shipped when I came home, honey.
well, I didn't know you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Hi.
Hi and bye.
Whistle while you work.
Oh, good night. Yes. No, he was in there making all kinds of noise. I'm not going to shut the door. They're in there making all kinds of racket. Honey,
He's probably got him some new apps and toys.
there ain't no telling. There's absolutely no telling.
So he needed a smartphone for the ring.
We had to get in it. He needed to get a new smartphone.
Yeah.
For the ring.
Yeah.
So we
Ours,
got
the
that.
whole
We're
thing-
putting cameras up too. Because it's
Yeah.
just it's like, you know, because I'm not going to answer the door. You can forget that. If he's not home, that door ain't being answered. They can just sit there and
I
wonder.
like it that we've got our camera now because, you know, if anybody comes up between the
Mhm.
one that we put in, the new one we put in on our driveway, and the one that we put in at the front door,
Yeah.
both of them have that AI. And so it
Yeah.
can tell you before you even look at the picture, it'll tell you whether it's a person or a car.
Oh, well, that's
So
cool.
it really does help.
Yeah,
Teresa, I'm
mhm.
glad. I mean, you know, when you were living by yourself, I mean, women need to have that extra security.
Yeah, this is true.
If somebody tries to come in my house, I'm not going to play games with them. They're going to wish
No,
they
they can meet, you know.
they're going to meet a young woman. No, I'm not a young woman. They're going to meet a woman whose dad taught her what to do when people invade your house.
that
So
goes and does whatever and asks questions later.
and there will be no questions asked.
Yeah, there'd be no questions. There would be, you're in my house
I'll
for
say,
what?
leave my house, and whatever comes your way between the time that you stepped in and are able to step out
It's
is
up to you.
between me and my maker.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to have to do that, but I'm not gonna say I won't because if
Me
somebody
either.
came in on me during the night, I would.
Well, I'm not allowed to have, because of my bipolar, I'm
Yes,
not allowed to have anything.
right. I
My
understand.
husband does, but it has to be locked up
Yes,
where I can't get into it.
right. I
So,
understand that.
you know, I can't get into anything. Now, we did have one toy I wanted to keep, and he wouldn't let me keep it. It was like a crossbow, but it was it was like a hand-sized crossbow.
Neat.
It was like a like a gun, but it was a crossbow. I wanted one of them. So, what did your granddaughter do, Trisha? She ran over. Oh, has done a run with your neighbor over to gossip.
Over gossip.
My granddaughter has done a run in with my neighbor over gossip.
Already.
Oh
So
goodness!
in other words, the neighbors talking about stuff she don't have all the facts and information
This is
about.
true. Making comments you don't know what you're talking about can get you in trouble.
Everybody needs to walk in somebody else's shoes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have had easy lives and they don't know what it's like to live on that other side and
Mm-hmm.
have problems that you can't solve on your own. And the last thing anybody needs is to have somebody talking junk. I was kind of proud of my daughter. The other day she was at work and lady started wanting to gossip about a coworker because she don't go into the office but once a week.
Yeah.
And she said, "Excuse me, you know, I think a lot of you, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about another person with you. That bothers me, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
If you'll talk about
anything else,
them, you'll talk about me, and I'm just not going to be part of it." And she walked off. And I said, "Well, Zoe, I'm proud of you because that's what people need to do. Just stand up to people when they want to gossip and say, "Hey, this is not the place for that. If you want to gossip, go somewhere else. Not in the
Yeah.
workplace. Keep it civil. If something
Keep it
needs to be
safe
done-
too. You got to have a safe working environment, and it's not safe if there's a lot of gossip going on.
No, it's stressful. And
Yeah.
you know as well as I do that some people cannot handle that kind of situation.
Mm-mm.
When they create a toxic environment, it's not safe for some people.
It's no,
It's not good for their mental health to be there. So
no.
yeah, Teresa, I was proud of her. I mean, you tried to teach kids right, and if that woman was running her mouth, she had every right to say, "Hey,
True.
you're not
Hey.
walking my shoes." If you wanna do something to help. Don't do
Mm-hmm.
something to hurt. I've had enough hurt.
True.
I'm so over that. I'm trying to heal, and you're trying to make wounds fester. Yeah, I don't think I would have had a good conversation with the neighbor because
Mm.
I'd have just told it like it is. Don't have
I
time for
don't
all that.
even know my neighbors. I don't even know them. I don't go out. My husband's the social butterfly. Me, no. I stay in the house. Let them do whatever they're doing.
Well, Zoe stays home most of the time. She'll get out a little bit. She used to not go out at all. I mean, that's how much progress she has made.
Well, that's
She
good.
used to not go out at all. When
Yeah.
she was in high school, she physically would get sick going to a restaurant.
Oh, goodness gracious.
She couldn't go in a restaurant because she didn't want anybody to see her eat, and just a lot of different things. But she's
Different.
good now. She does so many things now compared to what she used to.
Yeah.
Getting out and enjoying life. But sometimes
Hmm.
things get in her head still. We have to have
Remind her.
learning lessons sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some little Christmas dangles.
That's good. Well, I am working on this. I'm putting beads on them. I'm putting glass beads on it. Let me put them up here. Different bigger beads. And I think they'll dangle well because they're going to be like this.
Cute. It's cute. Teresa, I know you're trying to nurture her, and that's what she needs. She needs somebody
Mm-hmm.
that yeah, I think you're going to be good for each other being together.
Mm-hmm.
Really, because not everybody can pick up pieces of a broken situation and roll with it.
This is true.
One day she'll look back and thank God for her grandma
Yeah.
coming, great grandma coming to
Take care
take
of
care
stuff.
of her,
Mm-hmm.
stepping in and doing what needed to be done.
Cutters out here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll put this aside. I'm already tired of dealing with this wire mess. Actually, it's the chain that's getting to me. Alright, I'm gonna put you in here to deal with later. Back to my wire. I was happy with the wire. The chain got to me.
Yeah, I'm not ready for change yet. That's
It
gonna
it
have to,
it got to me.
I'm gonna have to have lessons.
It has been a while since I've worked with it, and I forgot how do I put it? How tedious. 'Cause it's just very. You have to really. Mm,
I'm getting rid of these little tiny beads.
mm. Let's see if these are all together too.
Yeah, temper can be a good thing, but knowing your limits when you have a temper is a good thing too. But
Mm-hmm.
at least I always wanted my kids to stand up for themselves, and they were always more likely to stand up for somebody else than themselves.
Mm.
So you want them to have like a healthy balance there.
Yeah.
It's not unusual for kids not to have an easy life. Sometimes they raise themselves.
This is true.
In today's society, it's hard, and there's so much that they put very very powerful expectations on themselves because they're judging themselves by what they see on social media.
That, and I think society, I mean, what they expect out of children today and what they expected if we were their same age now, I
Yeah,
couldn't handle it. I could not deal with it.
I don't know. I don't know that I would. And I mean,
I,
I feel like I had a very good childhood.
yeah,
I mean, I grew up in a church, and
yeah,
I ended up in a Christian school, and I played sports. Played sports in and out of school.
yeah,
I mean, I had friends. We'd ride bikes in the summer. We'd play and just have a good time until we were old enough to go to work. There's one that's like clear and gold,
yeah.
and these are about the size, just a little bit longer than my pinky, and that's with using these long, little cheap wires. They're actually working pretty good. I
Work on
might
some
use
wood.
these up.
Well, that's
I
good.
I think that I might whittle down my stash here.
Yeah.
Next time I am going to bring a tray up here. I've got a tray that belongs in this room. It's on the bed right now.
Yeah.
Do,
But
do
you're gonna have to
any of
start
you
getting
have
stuff
trouble?
ready too for your surgery.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I got to get the bed. My goal is to have the bed cleaned up before Christmas.
yeah,
Yeah, I've got. I mean, it's just stuff that needs to go in the attic space. Some of it needs to go in the attic space, but I've let it get messy again.
yeah.
Do any of you have problems with clutter in your craft room? I'm just curious. Inquiring minds need to know.
Mine's a mess. Mine's a hot mess. So I ain't even
Yeah, a hot mess, huh?
a hot mess. I spent all yesterday, most of yesterday. I can't say all, but most of yesterday rearranging my craft room and getting stuff that I don't need or don't use very often up on top shelves. I mean, I'm short, so my little 5 foot one self can't reach the top shelf. So my husband came in and was putting stuff that I'm not using up there, or make it to where if it is up there, I put it in a bag, like an old purse or something. That way I can always grab the handles and pull it down.
Yeah, I mean, I have space. I've got my closet pretty much filled up beside me.
Yeah.
And then I have plenty of space to put stuff in the attic, but I really don't want my craft stuff out there because if I don't put something out there, if it's paper, I ended up getting silverfish, so I don't want that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's easy to let those piles just keep piling.
Yeah. Well, I keep the floor clean because being in and out of a wheelchair, I have my floor space, but it's the tables and it's the in right around the walls. Things are like stacked up really high.
I'm gonna make
Yeah,
some noise.
she only has one corner behind her that ends up with things piled up on, and then you can't get to things. I can understand that, Julie.
Well, it's like we were talking about it, and my husband said, "You know, you're fine as long as there's no if there's vertical spaces, you're fine. But when there's horizontal spaces, you tend to want to fill them with stuff." Like, yeah, that is true. I mean, he's not
He's not,
telling something that's not true.
yeah, he's not storytelling on you, huh?
No, he's not making up stuff. Although I have to tell you something funny that happened. If you need to go to the bathroom, you better go now. Just saying. We were watching because I don't want you to wet yourself.
Have issues.
I don't want you to have any issues.
That's right.
So we were watching car crash videos, and there was one, and it looked like I saw chickens running around after the car accident that involved a truck. Well, then this girl walks up with a dog, and he said, "Well, I know that. I've been noticing that chicken tasting funny because he don't like chicken. Okay, chicken is not his favorite thing unless it comes from Chick-fil-A or this other place that we get chicken from." And he said, "Now I know why. You've been cooking up dogs." Well, he has run with that for about 3 days now. Every time I told him yesterday, I said, "We're having chicken." He said, "No, we're not. No, we're not having chicken." And he was just he said, he told Martine, said, "Now, Martine, don't let her talk you into eating chicken because it ain't chicken. It ain't chicken." She saw a dog and called it a chicken. So you don't know what you're getting.
That is sad.
He has been, he had to take some steroids, and ever since he took those steroids, he has been hilarious. I told him, I said, "You need your own YouTube channel, man."
Yeah, what do you say to that?
Oh, he's been giving me a hard time and laughing, thinking it's so funny. Oh, he's comical. He's so comical sometimes. It's like, wait, where's that man been? He was hiding out. He used to be like that a whole lot more. Then he started taking life way too serious sometimes.
Yeah. Well, with his migraines, I'm sure it made him.
Oh, he was hurting. When he finally got relief, he was in such a good mood. It really, because he knew for a month it was coming. It was coming. So.
Oh, good night. So his body pre-warns him. Hey, Cindy.
You showing ornaments?
We're showing ornaments, huh? We're just in here playing with beads.
We've been playing with beads, and now I'm trying to get the beads back in the container. And if I had a funnel, it would probably go a lot better, and they wouldn't be rolling all over the floor. I'm going to have to remember when I stand up not to move without looking under my feet. Because it will not be good.
No, I bet it wouldn't.
I don't know why I didn't think about these little trays I have down here. That should help.
Yeah.
Because it's got a ledge. I can hold it. Well, look at there.
Yay.
I don't know why I got sequins in here. Sequins do not go with beads, do they?
No, they think they do, but no.
These things have been around a long time, so I'm not surprised that there's things that I wouldn't expect to be in there.
Yeah.
Thank you for house clean. And see, yep, that's what you get for talking about beads now. You done made
Man,
me, you made me dig deep here.
oh, it's all my fault, huh?
It's all your fault. You enabled it.
I'm just enabling the bead situation here.
One year for Christmas, my sister-in-law made everybody a set of beads
Yeah.
with the Savarkian crystals.
Oh, I love those
They
crystals. So pretty.
they all had our birthstones in them,
Mm-hmm.
and they were really really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But I hardly ever wear necklaces anymore because I have like a neurological situation where if stuff touches my skin, sometimes it just makes me feel unwell.
Yeah.
So I just I really don't if I'm wearing a blouse that I can put it around the collar,
The collar,
I'll
that's the one thing.
wear it. But otherwise I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
anymore. And I used to always wear jewelry to work,
Yeah.
but I don't miss it. I'm getting to where I don't miss it anymore.
You don't have to mess with it. I can't wear earrings. My body will not let it just won't let me wear earrings. They end up it doesn't matter if it's hypoallergenic, whatever they are. My ears end up swelling up and getting infected every time.
Oh,
So I can't wear earrings, but I enjoy bracelets and necklaces.
yeah. I wear bracelets sometimes, but not that much. And
Yeah.
I keep decreasing the amount I have. And I've
Yeah.
even brought some of the beaded necklace bracelets and stuff. I brought up here and just disassembled.
Yep.
So they'll get repurposed. I'm not sure how yet, but
I think
that's
that's what
what I'm
happens to a
doing.
lot of Cindy's stuff that she sells on Monday nights, the jewelry she gets. I think a lot of it goes to be salvaged for something else.
Well, that's what I mean. I've got a lot of necklaces hanging downstairs that were my mom's, and I used to wear them. Like I said, when I was still working, I would wear them, but now I don't. I don't do that much that I need to worry about it. So,
Yeah.
oh, you gonna make an ornament out of pearls? That'll be pretty.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
I've got one of the other bead container has got old beads in it that my mother had salvaged.
Yeah.
So I don't know what all I'll find in that one, but I'm trying to get them all combined.
Yeah,
And
get
if
everything in one place.
yeah, I really want everything in one place. It just makes it more enjoyable,
Oh,
and that's
that and you're more likely to use it if it's
it's
all in
like
one
I
place.
went through and I sorted. I've got buttons from 5 different generations because when my first stepfather passed away,
Hmm.
he had buttons that were his mom's, and he want my mom said, well, he'll want them to go somewhere where they'll be used. So, she gave them to me. Well, I didn't use them. And then
Yeah.
she gave me her buttons and her mama's buttons.
Oh,
And
how
I've got a
fun.
few of Bill's mom's buttons and his
Buttons
grandma's
are
buttons.
fun.
So, I mean, I've got 2 of those big storage boxes full of buttons.
Oh, buttons are so fun. They're like beads.
And I've got them sorted by color.
Uh-huh.
And so if I'm working on something, I can just pull that out. I've got it like on a shelf to where I can pull it out like drawers
Yeah.
and use them. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So here's what I've ended up with for today. I have this one I've got as an ornament.
Yes.
Let me put it on a colored piece. I think it'll show up better or get it closer.
Oh, how pretty.
I got 2 of those, and then I did this one. Looks like a little icicle with the gold in it. And then this one I made for Martine. She's the one that likes the glittery, girly things.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Got 1 candy cane that needs to be crimped, and I'll get Bill to do that. And if he
Yeah,
can't, then I'll go with the pom-pom situation.
that'd be cool.
This one I'm going to put in my stick in one of my plants.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You want it, Teresa?
Teresa likes beads.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you one. Do you want a candy cane or do you want which one do you want? You want the candy cane or one for your plants?
She don't.
You want the okay. Do you want the short candy cane or the long one? That turned out really good. That's good and sturdy too. And this earring, I love this earring.
Oh, come on.
I think the other part of it, the piece that matches it got lost somewhere along the way.
Well, I have gotten this dangle taken care of. My butterfly on it. I've got these beads restrung to go on it. I've got these beads. I just got to finish them up, restrung, ready to go.
Yay.
Goes off. And I've got jump rings ready for me to put things on them with this one little, well, not little, but this one bead. And that's what I have been doing. You got 2 dangles to work on. Dangles are fun I'm finding that they're fun to work on if you breathe while you're doing it and not get yourself all worked up.
Well, I'm excited with using this little cheap wire for it. I mean, that is really easy for me to do.
I may need to check that out then.
Because it had for the $1.25, it had the long ones and it had the short ones, and it was a total of, let's see, 200 total. So you can't go buy the wire for that.
No, you can't. No, ma'am, you sure can't.
And I didn't even know these little rhinestones were in here. My mother was the queen of bedazzled. She had a bedazzler, and when she started giving stuff away, she gave it to Martine because she said she's the only one she thought would appreciate it. Because she's the one that liked her bedazzled stuff.
Yeah.
And she did. She loved it.
Okay.
No, we're not getting worked up. We're working things out. We're working things out and doing it the right way. We're not going to be stressed. We're too blessed to be stressed.
This is true.
Always and forever. Now, these little beads, I call them seed beads. I don't know what
that's what they're called. If they're itty bitty, they're seed beads.
They are teeny tiny. And I know the only way I would use those is if I glue them on something.
Now I have made, you take the flower petals.
Yeah.
You add 3 or 4 of them together, and glue them together. And then in the center, I've used seed beads to make the center.
So do you just take like a regular needle and thread?
No, what I do is let me see if I can get to them. Let me see.
You can teach me how to do that one day.
All
You
it
just-
is flower petals. I get them like this, and then you separate them. And I put 4 together. Then in the center, I put seed beads.
Okay.
Just glue 'em, and they're all glued together. Just glue them together. And they make little flowers. Well, not little. They're pretty good sized flowers.
I've got some flat petals that I used for the conference table decorations.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could do them on that easily.
Yeah.
Well, this
Here's
is
some
making me separate this stuff out. Well, that's a tack.
Here's one. Here's one I did with the seed beads. Here you go. Flower. Whoops. Put it over there in the technology. That's one with the seed beads in the middle. That I put together.
Oh, okay. I probably can make something like that work.
Yeah, you can use a ton. And these really are not seed beads. These are a little bigger than seed beads. They're like one step up.
Well, I know I have some seed beads around here somewhere. I did give some of that stuff away because I didn't think I would use it. But then when I started doing the junk journals, didn't really go through all the stuff. Anything that I had not gone through, I did not take over there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just be blinging up some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sounds
didn't know.
good
I
to me.
didn't know all these little rhinestone things were in here and little
Uh-huh.
sequins. I hadn't seen sequin packs in a long time, but these had to have come from Mama's house because they're her colors.
Yeah.
They're not my colors.
Put
It's
this
in
one.
mauve.
Add this. Put this in here. Get things cleaned up to where we can call it a day. We've been on here for, let's see how long we've been here about almost 2 hours. A little over an hour and a half.
Well, it's probably time. I bet my husband's messaging wanting to go walk.
I didn't know if you were going to walk today or not because it's already after 3 here, my time.
It is. It has been blustery all day, and I have a feeling
He's not going to be up to it.
he's not going to want to go because he gets cold.
Yeah, and it's been cold up here anyway. I know that much. It has been cold up here. My husband come in, and he does it on purpose. He knows he's cold, so he puts his hands around my neck, like in my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's cold.
Yeah,
These
I normally do not get cold, but I've noticed that after I eat, since I've become diabetic, about 2 hours after I eat, I get so cold because
Yeah.
you get that sugar from your food, and I'll start feeling warm, and then all of a sudden I start getting cold. My hands and my feet get real cold, but oh, I won't hate heaven. No, I'll be glad to be there.
Me too.
I'll be
All that
there.
bling's gonna be going on. We're gonna have a ball with all that bling.
I'm gonna get there, get my crown, and call it a day.
Yeah, I figured
Julie, sometimes bling is good. There's good bling, and sometimes there's
there's this bling sometimes it's just overdone.
Yeah, I agree.
Overdone. But this is what I'm using. This right here, I got from my nice woman who does artwork, and she. So this is a fussy that. And what are they called again? I'm sorry, guys. My mind just went blank on me. A masterboard of fabric. So she did this, and I'm thinking about folding it right in half and making a lovely journal out of it. I'm going to re-sew it down. Re-sew it down because a lot of this fabric is not.
Yeah, I would run it. I'd run it through the machine and You can
I'm
use
not
all
going to even do it nicely. I'm just going to get it on zigzag and go for it.
when I do mine, I'll do zigzags. I'll do like straight stitches around it and zigzag over those patches of fabric. And I
Yeah,
really like the way they turn out
yeah,
because I'll kind of free stitch it like
yeah.
swirls and
Swirls and whatnot. Yeah.
yeah, I have a lot of fun doing that.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a lot freer because usually if you're sewing, you're having to stay on that line or follow that real closely.
Right.
Where if
And
you're just plain, then you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I know a lot of people use a long arm quilter for that, but I don't have one. But my machine is capable of doing it. It will let me move it easily.
Yeah.
So I've done about three like that now.
You're looking for a card holder. Once you buy a box, you get a card holder when if you have a box of cards, Teresa. Just take the cards out of the box and use that. Or you want,
Teresa, are you going to be given a gift card? Is that what you're needing? A gift card holder? Because that is what my little gingerbread houses can do.
yeah,
They have room, to put cards or cash inside. But for my little kids across the street that I spoil, they're getting candy because they don't get candy until they only get they don't get unhealthy snacks unless I send it something to them. But they were so cute at Halloween. I had
yeah,
pretzels, and when the middle child saw it, he said,
yeah,
"Oh, Miss Lisa gave us um, non-GMO pretzels." I was laughing. I thought, when I was a kid, all I was worried about was getting some Mary Janes from my daddy,
uh-huh,
because that as soon as we get home, if my dad was home, he'd say, "Did you get any Mary Janes?" Because he loved them,
yeah.
and that's what it made me think about. But he said, "Oh, I can take those for my lunch." But I thought
Oh,
it was
that's cute.
adorable. He's the one that had the
Yeah,
Chewbacca head on. It was like a big, big head. And
yeah,
I mean, he's like, let's see, I think he's about 8 now.
yeah,
And that head was hot and heavy. And that
yeah. I
day
bet.
it was almost 90 degrees when they were coming around. And the last year before, it was so cold they were shivering.
Oh
So
goodness.
I thought it was kind of crazy. Poor boy was wearing the wrong costume for the day.
Yeah, really. Ugh.
But he was carrying it in his hand. He'd taken it off by the time I got to the door to see it.
Mm. Well, what do you think about Monday, Lisa? Do you have any ideas what you want to do?
Um, no, but I'll think on it.
Well, we'll come up with something.
If you're working on a golden book, I
Yes,
do have some
ma'am.
golden books, and
You could play.
I could.
Now, I can tell you the person I'm watching do hers is Possum Patty.
Okay.
I don't know if you know of her or not, but
Yeah, I watched her.
you watch Possum Patty. She's
Uh-huh.
cute. So
She's
yeah,
hilarious.
her breakdown of how to do the books was really simple. Now I haven't figured out. I mean, I've got it taken apart, and I've got it. Let me grab it, and I'll show you what I've done so far. We will work on these on Monday though, but I will show you how far I've
Yeah,
gotten.
I can get as far as you are. I mean, I'll have time.
I've got there's the front, and I'm using the little prayer, making it a little prayer journal. Let me see if he's gonna get this or not. Let me see if he's on the phone. He got it. Okay, so I'll make it into a little prayer journal. So I've got that much, and I did the center, got it taken care of. But she didn't have you cut the edging off on these sides. She kept that. It's really interesting to watch because I've watched a couple other videos, and they
Yeah.
have you folding it over, and all, and she doesn't have you doing any of that.
Okay. Will you send me the link of the one you watched, and I'll watch it and prepare the same way? Because I've
Okay.
never done one either. I happen to have some golden books because I bought some stuff from Darcy Sanders when she did a D-stash, and she sent
Hmm.
me a stack of them.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah, so they are just sitting, waiting for whatever I decide to do with them.
Waiting to be decided.
Yeah, waiting.
Just waiting. Well, that's what we can do then. That sounds good. That way I can
All
just
right.
put it on the description of what we're going to be doing. And I will send you that link. If anybody wants to join us, is she called Just Journaling with Possum Patty? I
Yes,
believe
just journal.
so.
That is it, Julie. Just journaling with Possum Patty. She's a retired school teacher,
And she's just
and
cute.
she's a hoot. She is a
Uh-huh.
hoot. She goes bargain shopping. She's lots of fun to watch, and she's very just really laid back. I mean, she don't go over the top with measuring. It's kind of
Uh-uh. It's kind of
freestyle.
very free flowing.
She is the one that I found that was doing the junk journals with just packaging. She has like one journal that she has nothing but packaging in, and
Yeah.
it's come to life. Watching it come to life has been kind of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's very enjoyable.
And there's another woman I watch called Liza. I forget what I want to say it's Brewer, but she is just cute as can be. She does felting. She felts.
Oh, somebody
Slow
in
stick
our
on
in
felt.
our area has a Facebook post. And they're selling like pounds of wool from their sheep for
Ooh.
like $2 for a big old bag. And I thought about going and getting it, but I've never felted anything. But that might be a good activity for while I'm in the bed.
Yeah.
Just might. If I decide to go get some, I'll get extra. So if I
Who
need to send
Julie,
some
who
out,
has that? Does Possum Patty have a playlist called Little Golden Book Trolls? That doesn't surprise me any. It would not surprise me any if she has a
well,
playlist called
she likes trolls and fairies, and she does a lot with gardening.
Yeah.
She'll take you out in her garden, and show you things as they're coming up in the
Hmm.
spring. And I mean, she's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She comes in. I first found her through Janet Nash.
Uh-huh.
That's the first time I ever saw her, and then I started watching her a little bit, and she's fun. But she
Hmm.
tries to put one up about every day. I just
Hmm.
can't commit to that. That's more
Yeah.
than I can do.
I mean, there are days that I'm like 3 days a week. It's kind of rough, you know, just trying to figure out what to do and have something to do. And
Yeah,
uh,
we're going to be busy tomorrow as my
yeah, we are.
family gets together for Thanksgiving tomorrow with my
Yeah.
siblings. So that's always fun. We eat until we're almost stuffed. And we watch the kids play. We got some little ones now that our nieces are having
Having kids.
babies.
Hmm.
I've got four great, two great nieces and two great nephews.
I am
No,
up to a
three.
total of
Excuse me, three.
three. I'm
Three
up to a
great nieces.
total of 10 or 11 great nieces and nephews.
Wow, that's
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah, and most of them, let's see, one, two, three. And out of that, there's only like, let me say, Charlie, Jack, Harley, Malachi. There's
You
only
have a
four boys.
Carly?
We have a Harley.
Harley. Okay.
Harley. Is it Harley Davidson?
Yeah,
Yes.
we have a Carly, like Carly Simon.
Yeah. And then all my nieces on my brother's girls have their names are spelt different than usual. Like
Yeah.
Stacy is with an I instead of a Y, and Amy is Aimee.
Yeah, I've seen it spelled that way before.
Yeah. It took me a long time to figure out how to spell her name. I'd misspelled every time. Aunt Shelley, that's not how it's spelled. I'm sorry.
My dad used to tease my firstborn niece. I was 13 when she was born, and they thought they were having a boy, and they had a boy
Yeah.
named picked out. Well, they didn't have a, this was when ultrasounds were still pretty new,
Yeah.
and they were wrong. They had this baby, and it's a girl, and they don't have a
Hmm.
girl named picked out. So
Yeah.
they just opened a baby name book and
And,
stuck their finger up, closed their eyes, and pointed, and that's what they
oh,
named her. So her name is Maya Lynn, and my dad would call her Myra, and it would drive her bananas. She'd say, "No, Grandpa." It was so cute. I wish
thank you.
I wish we had videos then.
Yeah, I know. There are times where you wish you had been able to capture monuments like you can now,
I
and
know.
there's just no way
But then
going back.
there's some things you can't unsee.
And you wish you did. Like, no. Thank you, Sky. This is I got this from somebody else who did this, and I'm going to go through and resew it. Actually, not resew it, but just make sure everything's sewed down. And then I'm going to make a journal out of it. I've already decided I'm going to make a journal cover out of it. It's going to be a big journal. It's not going to be a small little journal. It's going to be pretty good size. I could probably get 2 journals out of this or 3. Let's see.
Make it out of a Ritz box. A Ritz crackers box would be about the right size for that.
Cover, you think?
Yep.
I'll have to check into it. We have our Ritz crackers box, but it's one of those that come with the rolls of them in it.
Yeah, that's what
Kind of like the big ones. It's one of the big ones.
it's a little bit. They're a little bit fat, but I think the front and the back of the box would probably be sufficient, or you can cut it down.
Yeah.
But that almost looks like it would be a nice square if you could make it a square.
Yeah, like that. Just
Yeah,
fold it in half.
and yeah, into a square.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that's going to turn out pretty good. Well, Julie, she goes to swap meets and some kind of flea market, and she picks up those books often.
She was talking about having, or it may have been somebody else I was watching, that she was ordering them off, little golden books off Amazon. And I'm going, are you serious? How much are you paying for little golden books now? They're like $5 or something, a little golden book.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay that much for it. If you find them
Um,
at the library or a thrift store, you're going to pay about 50 cents for them.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. She could probably
Unless
find them.
they are very, very old and in very, very good condition,
Mm,
and more on the rare side. But by the time the golden books really started hitting, most parents would buy one every week when they went to the grocery store with the kids. So they're
mm-hmm.
they're very, very common.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, they're not hard.
we got some that Bill had when he was a little boy, but I will not be using those.
We don't touch those.
No, no, no. They're not my books. They're not my
Yep.
books to tear up. It bothers him that I mess books up, but I give them new life, new purpose.
Yeah, new purpose.
So I don't feel
Because
bad about it.
well, I got some comments from some ladies because I picked up an old Bible that was going to be thrown away,
Right.
but they were it's going to be tossed, so I used it and I gutted it. Sure did. Then use the pages as fodder. to add into straps and stuff. Put it on
Well,
as
I've never torn one up, but I've got one that's in pretty pitiful shape, and
yeah.
I've written in it because it was the one I used at school, and so it was truly a study Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and I may decide that's what I want to do with it because I can't use it. It's too fragile in its current state. So
Mm-hmm.
why not? Why
Use
not?
it for why not repurpose it? I've got a journal right
I'm
now.
okay with that.
I've got a what I call my journaling Bible, and it's my play Bible. It's what I call it. It's a Bible that I have done artwork in, and it was bought just for that reason, for me to do artwork into collage and do
Right.
different stuff. Yeah. So that I mean, I bought that Bible with knowing that's exactly what I was going to do with that Bible.
Well, you could always use passages out of that for your 365-day art book.
Hi, Joni. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. We've been on since we're about to close up here. A little
Yeah,
bit.
we're
We've
gonna have,
been chit-chatting.
it's we're on the East Coast, and there's some men folk going to be hungry soon.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to have to do too.
Yep,
I hear
we
you.
got to address the men folk.
Yeah, we sure do. So I'm going to talk to you. Let's say get together Friday and let's do some golden books.
No,
Fix up.
Monday. Are we
Monday.
going to do it Monday or Friday? Monday.
Let's do it Monday, and we'll decide then on Friday what we're going to do.
All right. It sounds like
Works
a
for me.
plan.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging
coming along.
out. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. It's been fun. Bye, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Bye.
thank you. Come in earlier if you can. We started at 1:30 today. Usually we start at 2, and we're on again we're on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesday is our Bible study, and then Mondays and Fridays are our play days. So y'all have a great weekend, and thank y'all for coming. And I will see you on Monday. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
I will see you Monday.
Yes. Have a
If
good
not around
weekend.
the web somewhere.
Yeah, we'll be in the same places.
This is true. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.